Hey, we are live! Hello everyone, welcome back. We haven't streamed for like a week. Taylor had like 2 days where he was tired, and then I had a day where I was tired, and it was just, our
whole week.
Yeah, our sleep schedules were not lining up.
Also, but I did, good news though, I did upload the highlights to our previous Ace Attorney episode 10. Means this one should be probably episode 11.
Yeah,
12,
it is.
Depending on how
it's 11.
Okay.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We're the Peopleorians. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. I am Lujack, that's Taylor, and
that's Lujack, we're the Peopleorians, the only stream that doesn't launch an unsuccessful rap career once we hit 10 million followers.
The only stream that has a yelling cat in their living room. Why are you screaming?
Bring the cat so we can hear it.
Hey, Bo, come here. Bo! Hey! No, come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah, come here.
This sound like...
Come here, buddy. Come here. The audience wants to say hi to you. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? No, you're just gonna squirm awkwardly and throw a fit. Okay, alright, Jesus, fuck. God! Well, stop yelling! Why are you yelling?
That's how you keep the cat from yelling. So they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna yell a bunch." You're like, "Oh, do you wanna be famous on the internet?" And they're like, "No."
They're like, "No, I don't want to be on the internet. I'm an analog cat."
If you are not Baby, then why do you sound like Baby?
I started watching Boruto. I finally fucking finished Naruto, and I'm now watching Boruto.
Welcome back to our, welcome back to the Lujack and Taylor Naruto hour.
Yeah. No, just... Yeah, the Naruto hour where we just rant about Naruto for 30 minutes and then we're like, ah, man, we gotta start the stream over.
What if we did record, like, things where we would have something in the background with OBS, you know? Like a cover, basically.
Yeah.
And we just do, like, whole podcast episodes, and put that on YouTube. And what if that, like, became, like, really popular? And so everyone's like, oh, they make some cool stuff. What else do they have? Oh, they've been streaming for like 2 years before this or something.
What was this other stuff? Oh, they played games before? What the fuck? It's like when Linkara uploads like some kind of a Let's Play stream and I'm like, what? You're a comic reviewer.
Well, it's... Whenever Linkara is doing something outside of comics, I think it's normally what is it, like a Patreon thing?
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. But no,
he has a thing called like PO Unboxing, which like they're usually like a little over an hour, and he just unboxes things. And I feel like that's like one of his like episodes that's like more for him than for the audience. And I say that because they don't have custom thumbnails. They're just like a screenshot of like him and I don't know her name. Like he has a co-host.
Yeah.
Boxes.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. But no, Boruto. So if y'all watch Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, you know that Shikamaru basically makes it his mission to become the Hokage's advisor. Specifically because he wants to, like, babysit Naruto, essentially. Like, he works as Hokage advisor for Kakashi during his term, so that he can get enough experience with that, so that when Naruto takes term, Shikamaru, like, can steer him in the right direction. And what's funny is that I'm watching Boruto, and Shikadai is the son of Shikamaru and Tamari. Spoilers if it wasn't fucking totally obviously telegraphed that those two were gonna end up together.
Shikamaru sounds like their ship name.
That, you know what? That should be their ship name. But no.
Shout out to the person who wrote Hunger Games, and the names of the main characters are Ida and Katniss, so if you mix their name, you just get cat pee or penis.
But no,
Like,
what's
haha, you got him.
that's funny. But no, it's funny because Boruto is like best friends with Shikadai. And there's a scene where like Shikadai is lecturing Boruto, and at the end of it, he's just like, "Look, man, you know, my mom tells me to basically keep an eye on you because you're dumb. You don't know that, but she tells me that regularly, so I have to make sure you don't fuck up. I'm basically your older brother." And it's just, I love how, like, Shikamaru is essentially Naruto's babysitter, and then his son is essentially his son's babysitter. It's just...
Everyone really just, like, everything runs in the family.
It really does.
I think you think like Ino would be like, or do you? I wonder if my kids are gonna be ninjas or if they're gonna just be drawn inexplicably towards like selling flowers. I learned that because I was watching the last episode while I was editing.
Oh, neat. Smart.
Yeah, I love that you're like, look, it's supposed to be like deer. What was it? Deer, butterfly, and boar, and like one clan has deer in there, and one of them has butterflies, and then Ino's clan, they sell flowers. They have nothing to do with boars. There's no boars.
Yeah,
in the forest.
it's so weird. It's so weird because if you take the Ino Shikacho trio, it's because you have Shikamaru, who has like a forest with deer in it. They raise a forest of deers. Their whole thing is deers. That's their shtick. So, because they're the deer, because Nara is deer. And then you have, like, fucking Choji, who grows butterfly wings because...
Yes, they can watch the previous episode and
Yeah, y'all can watch the previous episode. It's just so weird. Because Ino's the boar, but instead of having anything to do with the boar, she instead is just in charge of a flower shop. I don't...
Yeah, and I think I'm just imagining like the writer of Naruto is like, I forgot to close the metaphor. I forgot that part.
The only reference that Hino has to boars at all is just Sakura calling her a pig occasionally. That's just like a name that she calls her, which is very rude.
When we last left off, let's see here. We had confronted. We just learned that.
Oh yeah, we got an affidavit.
Red White of Blue Corp was the boss. Was the big boss. He has the most cigarettes. That's how you know he's the big boss. Hey, there we go. World Doctors reference. Getting back to our roots. He spends all day riding a wave runner in a kiddie pool. Anything to waste water!
Anything to waste water!
Alright, we did that, and I think... I don't know what we have.
Let's see, where can I go to? Blue Corp! We're going to Blue Corp. We haven't been there yet.
This is really good advice. If you're you remember... Oh, okay, so you're transmitting using the app, right?
Yeah.
If you right-click... if you... I'm trying to remember how I did this before. If you set it to better... instead of smoother video, if it's set to better text readability, it'll do like 5 frames per second, but it'll be super crisp, which is perfect for this type of game.
So, how do I do that?
Let's see here. I think it's under share your screen options. I should probably have this open in the app. Do you think I wonder if the audio sounds better if I talk through the app? I should just do that just to be...
Would I just change the frame rate?
No, if you go, there's like a drop-down menu that says custom, and if you set that to better text readability, it'll be like, oh, hey, this will give you really low, transmit really low frame rate. Hold on, let me switch over to here. There you go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It'll be like, hey, if you set it, if on this setting, it'll have really low frame rate, but it'll, what's the word? It'll have like really good readability. Let's see here. Screen share, applications, and then say I just transmit this or whatever. And then under stream quality, smoother video, better text readability. The picture will be clear with a source frame rate, a slow frame rate of 5 frames per second.
I'm looking at stream quality, and that does not appear on there. It's frame rate and resolution options.
You're not seeing. Let me. I'll send you a screenshot. You're looking for this. Oop.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
You can click screen, applications, what you're streaming, streaming channel, stream quality.
Radio, streaming, options. No, I don't want to stop streaming. Yeah, I'm not finding that.
That's very odd.
It is very odd.
Well, I'll have to. After this, you can share your.
Yeah,
screen.
we'll figure this out. We'll figure it out later. We need to get this game rolling.
Yep. Hey, wait a minute. I know that painting, and I don't see. Look, it doesn't have sunflowers either.
Oh yeah, he's a fish. Not a fisherman. I don't know what he is. Just some dude in the wilderness.
Yeah, he's a little cowboy guy. He's got gloves and he's got a dog.
Yeah, he's just a dude.
Just
He's just a dude. September 7th, Blue Corp Inc. CEO's office. What's with the surreal? Ah, shit, I skipped over that by accident. God damn it. What's with the... Oh, I can't remember what I was going to say. Hey, Taylor, give us your best Patrick Warburton impression.
Oh, okay, I'm doing it. Okay, hold on. I was adjusting the volumes. Because the app has, instead of going like 0 to 100, it goes like 0 to 200%.
You know...
Very useful. Very useful if you have a very quiet friend. But it also throws me off because I'll boot up the app and it'll just be like... I'll be like, ow, oof.
Oh, my eardrums. Oh my god, why?
Hold on. Welcome. Please furnish me with the title of your personage.
Don't say furnish me in any context. Ever. Things that people should not be allowed to say.
Using furnish as a verb is pretty neat.
No.
By the way, Jenny is in the chat, which is great.
So Jenny!
Power is out. She says power is out in her city though, and that she's just using the 5G, and and I'm like, oh dang.
Oh man, that's rough.
And if you look at the middle right of the screen with his trophies, he's got a Riddler trophy.
Oh man, the absolute mad lad to go after that shit.
It was really bright and annoying, so I painted it with Gainsboro Gray.
Man,
very specific shade of gray.
Back when I was streaming solo and you were in the chat, I tried to do Riddler trophies, but I was high at the time, at a time when weed was still illegal, so that didn't go too well. Trying to do Riddler trophies when you're high is not fun.
I collected all the Riddler trophies, and I on the PlayStation, and I uploaded a few clips of me fighting the Riddler as proof. And also, it's on my profile. But yeah, it's
You are an absolute mad lad. You know YouTube exists.
I know, and I had seen it before, but like I don't know, I just really wanted to like get all the things or whatever. The problem,
work.
The problem with Arkham Knight though is that it's like, oh yeah, to really 100% the game, to get the Nightfall protocol, you have to wrap up everything everything left in the game, which at that point is probably just the Riddler trophies. So I was like, yeah, I think I may as well. So I was doing that, but the thing is that like doing 100%ing the game isn't also getting a platinum in the game, because because a lot of the achievements are based on some of the what do you call them? Some of the like challenge courses that you can like test your metal in, which is cool. But like some of them are like, oh, get to like 8 million points in like freeform combat or whatever, and I'm like,
That's bizarre.
yeah, the legend says that if you get up to over like if you get up to like 3 million or something in the Iceberg Lounge, then what's this? Then Killer Croc actually like hops down and fights you, which I think I saw once, but I'd never gotten that far. I love the mechanics, but dang, that's like that's the peak of where I can get is around 2 million points using Batman and all of his gadgets.
Makes sense. What the? Ah, this guy.
Your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Oh, hello, White.
I've got a rupee on my lapel.
White with blue hair. Is his hair blue?
No, it is sort of a lavender.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because he's all about, like, royalty. That's why he's all sparkly
it's more like
and shit.
he's red. Well, his hair. Well,
I mean, because
his suit is all pink. His
well,
suit is all pink.
is his suit pink? I
red
thought
and
his
white.
suit was just another shade of purple.
Nah,
I don't know. I'm
definitely
color
pink.
deficient, man.
Blue Jack's struggling here, so I gotta narrate. So yeah, he's got like a pink suit with a light pink like shirt, and then but his hair is like lavender, and I'm sure his suit probably looks a lot less ugly to you, because from my perspective, I'm like, bro, why would you? Like, I guess you could probably pull it off with the lavender hair and the pink suit, but then his tie is like
blue polka dots
with like blue with like sky not sky like medium blue.
Honestly,
like, polka dots,
it's
and I'm like, what
it's
are
all,
you doing here?
it's all just a little much. He looks like one of those like announcer dudes for your Masked Singers or your America Got Talents, your whatever adjacent shows where like the host comes out and you're just like, what are you wearing, my dude?
It's the host that tries a little too hard to be funny, but they're not like really that funny.
Yeah.
I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by.
Right. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably?
Mr. Wright, is it? Right? I see.
Right.
Splendiferous.
That's not a word.
I think it is.
Wait, is it?
I think splendiferous.
That sounds made up. I mean, all words are made up, but...
That's what you said about Schmigadoon.
How did that conversation go?
Yeah, so get this audience. I was one day I was watching Schmigadoon, which is this like musical. Well, it's starring Keegan Michael Keyes, I think, from the guy from the tall guy from Key and Peele, and it's where him and him playing a character, him and it's like I think wife or engaged to be married, like they're thinking about it, and they're trying to establish what their like relationship is, and they go on this like spiritual hike thing out in the middle of nowhere, and they end up in a little magical town, and everyone is singing, and they're like, oh, this is a bit for tourists, right? And over time they realize, oh, this is a magic town, we're in a musical. I'm pretty sure I just saw a leprechaun.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and it's called Schmigadoon, which I only learned recently is a riff off of an actual musical called Brigadoon. But yeah, Schmigadoon. And I told Blue Jack that I was watching it. It's on the big server stack thing. I was telling Blue Jack, I was like, so I was watching this show called Schmigadoon, and he just goes, no, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
Like, what?
No, you weren't.
That's not a name. That would never be a name.
That's not a show. And then Taylor explained to me the idea, and then he explained who was in it, and then I was like, that does make sense.
You know, I could see I could see Keegan Michael Keys or whatever.
Yeah, in that exact kind of a thing, and I can see it being. Yeah, this makes sense in the world we live in.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Uh,
Oh, right. Perhaps. Oh no, it was related when you said splendiferous because that was one of.
oh yeah,
one of
yeah.
the
That's how we got off track.
Finch, yeah, in the East versus West Bowl.
Would you say that
There's,
Schmigadoon is splendiferous?
I guess. Perhaps I am intimidated with my giantess vocabulary.
What is this guy's problem?
It's cyclopean. It's practically the. I don't know. I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. That's not what CEO means. Chief executive officer. But you know, I can also believe that he's CEO and CEO. Like he made another title.
I can believe those are two things that exist, and that he is both.
My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite.
Oh, the Superman villain group?
No, they bring me in contact with the entire cast of Agent 47 targets.
Oh no.
I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordily challenge.
Wordily challenge.
Okay, go on.
Alright. This guy has a fucking blue sapphire on his, to me, slightly purple, light looking purple suit. But is actually pink, because I can't see colors.
Yeah,
What a
it's
fruitcake!
like,
That seems rude.
It's like magenta. It's like real bright pink.
Yeah.
Fruitcake. He's been passed down from generation to generation. Just like most fruitcakes.
Through the Armstrong line for generations. The fruitcake gene has been passed down the Armstrong line for generations!
Having a Patrick Warburton accent has been passed down my family line for generations. No, it hasn't. Making up lying is also in my family for generations. Let me guess. I'm guessing he's gonna be like, you're an attorney. I was gonna say, I'm wearing an attorney badge. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not?
Yeah, look at my look at my badge. Yo, check it out, check it out. I have a badge. Take that!
That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this, as opposed to meeting me, out of the window, like
Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man, yeah. You're like, hey, Redmond, you need to do this thing. Oh, sorry, that's your line.
What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with such a man like a man such as myself?
Yipes! This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale.
Our next project is called the Hubrosaurus. We're gonna teach it how to use a gun.
Oh no.
Oh, man, that desk.
Desk.
Did you see it? Everyone watching this on video will see the desk. It's just like curled up like humanoids supporting like the desk, and the whole thing is just plated in gold.
Oh, I missed it. Let me read this and I'll look.
Question mark?
Question mark? Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica?
Ridiculosity.
There's no way that's a word.
Ridiculosity. I have no interest in anything but the originals. That right there is a bona fide original, worth 5 million. 5 million yen? For sure.
5 million what? It's just like that Game Grumps bit in relevance to what?
Relative to what?
Relative to what?
Relative to what? Like the up to here.
I'm right here.
Like,
you can grasp me. I'm right here.
from the bottom of this building, from the floor of this room, sea level. Things that make you go,
what
yeah.
the fuck? Is this this is a haunted desk. This is a haunted desk. These were real people. And this is they've been cursed. This is what their life are now.
This would go on one of those, like, gimmick Twitters, like, you know, desks with threatening auras or whatever.
Some kind of Junji Ito Eldritch bullshit.
I got so into hiding under desks that I became a leg of a desk.
I turned into a desk man.
I love how there's something really funny about, like, how Junji Ito's, like, work is, like, considered, like, really, really good, but, like, the theme of, like, there's something almost comedic about the concept. It's like, I got really into X and I became X, and it's like, yeah, I could see that, but, like, depending on how you do it, that could be a horror or just, like, comedy. That happened with a character in One Punch Man who's like, why are you a crab man? Oh, I ate a bunch of seafood.
Yeah, just ate a lot of seafood, that's why.
I think he's like the only character that, like, has that sort of explanation of why he's a monster guy.
Yeah, that makes no sense. No, it's weird because, like, man, I had a day when I got really interested in Junji Ito, and I looked at way too much Junji Ito shit, and then my brain was like, I'm overwhelmed and I'm kind of freaking out now. Yeah. It was a weird day. It's a very weird day.
I love that person that's like, oh man, I love that Junji Ito comic that references Naruto. That's not. It's like, no, it's just the word for
it has
spiral.
nothing to do with ninjas.
Yeah, I like that, but as like a bit where it's like, yes, I love this dance. It's from Fortnite, and it's like, no, it's from this specific artist. But
yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is supposed to be
Kyle's in the chat. He says, "What's up, guys?" And then he said, "It's the Lost Ark."
It's the Lost Ark. What up, Kyle? How you doing, bro?
Instead of like sphinxes with wings on the edges, it just has like some crumpled up guys. It reminds me. You remember the evil bank in Despicable Me?
I do not. I feel like I should.
It was a really good scene because the decorations of the Bank of Evil, formerly Lehman Brothers, which is also hilarious. The Bank of Evil has like pillars, and there's like each pillar has like a cutout where there's like a human like guy who's like holding it, but as you walk into the building, each pillar is the guy like being like squashed by the pillar.
Oh.
Yeah, like it gets lower and lower, and then it cuts to Gru, and he's like, ooh.
And
yeah, and I'm like, oh, I get it, because the bank, it's the Bank of Evil, and it represents like the crushing weight of debt or whatever.
Right.
It's very literal, and it's a good setup for like, oh, these are bad guys.
In terms of money, we have no money.
I love those. In terms of memes, we have no memes.
I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. My, this is quite the thing.
It's modeled on my body, see?
Why?
Sure, why not? Does its sleek, rounded shirt inspire you?
No, not really.
There's a guy, there's a character like that. It was, Arnold Schwarzenegger showed up in, it was Around the World in 80 Days. I think there was Jackie Chan was in it. And one of the guys they meet, has like, is like this like emperor or something. And he has like a thinker statue, but it's got like his face on it.
That's funny. Yeah, that makes sense. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judges Special Runner-Up, Best Participation, Judges Cooperation Award, Special... The words judges and special kind of stand out. Yeah, they do. A statue of a man holding up the world. The blue corpse sign certainly stands out enough.
Now, it says Blue Corp, but it's in red on green, which is just very tacky.
And the guy's name is Red White, and he wears a pink suit, and he has lavender hair, and he has a black tie with blue polka dots, and there's a picture.
He's got a dark red tie with blue polka dots, which clashes because it's not quite the same color shade as the rest of his stuff. It's so tacky.
Yeah, the model for the man is, of course, Mr. White. Yeah, it's.
If he had a kid, it would definitely. If he had a kid, he would definitely be one of those YouTubers that lives in like a big empty mansion.
Taylor?
You know?
Taylor?
Yes.
Taylor. So I'm looking at the tie now. I don't know why I thought it was black before. I believe you that it's dark red, but you know what it fucking looks like to me? Brown. This is that fucking shade of red that I told you I had. Looks brown to me. My grandma had a dress that was exactly this color, and I knew it was red, but it looked brown.
How does it compare to like the picture frame behind him, which is more of like brown but from orange?
It just looks like it looks. I don't know. It looks like light and less light to me. I don't know how to explain. They look like brown and like gray, I guess, or like not gray, but like kind of a lighter brown. And then there's like a weird stripe in it. I don't know what color that looks like. I don't even know what some of these would be called.
The picture frame is like orangish brown, and the tie is like a dark, what do they call it? Like saddle brown red, something like that.
Yeah, it just looks like different shades of brown to me.
Truly a work of art, but probably too beauticious for you to appreciate.
Well, that's fucking pretentious. Oh, no, there was this time, what is that game called? When you, like, draw a picture and someone else has to guess what the picture is?
Oh, is that Pictionary?
Kind of, but it wasn't. It was different because, like, you would
like draw with friends or something.
Yeah, you would pass it along. It's a picture that you would pass along, and someone else would add to
it. Kyle, do you know what game this is that we're talking about?
I can't remember what it's called. But
there's a game like that called Drawful.
Yeah.
It's one of the Jackbox games.
Yeah, something like that. But I tried to draw lipstick, and I thought the color I was using was red. It was not.
For games like that, I would have when you boot it up, you have like colorblind settings on like your phone or whatever, or on if it was like a mobile thing, where one of the options on your like phone, it would just like label the colors. That way you're like, oh, okay, this is supposed to be red.
Yeah, man, colors are weird to me. I'm not like colorblind. I see colors, and I love comic books because they're so colorful. But like, telling them apart is weird. Yeah, I need one of those seeing.
It's good that none of the puzzles in the olden days that you ran into had like brown and red wires.
What do you mean cut the brown wire? They're all brown wires.
There's a brown wire and a duller brown wire.
They look exactly the same to me.
I think you're lying.
Oh yeah, I think it's a little too beautacious for just about anyone to appreciate. Beautacious? Botacious?
Beautacious.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Its beautiosity is superlateral.
It's
superliminal. It's like that game where you solve puzzles by making things big or small.
It's like that game where you push blocks around and have to run away from various monsters.
That narrows it down.
And at the end, you can just be like, fuck everyone, I'm going to space.
Wait a minute, that's
Yes, that's Catherine!
Bro, I was like, what? That's nothing like superliminal. You're lying.
This is the top floor of a 20-story building. The view is quite presidential. I would be super uncomfortable that high off the ground.
Yeah.
I would not want a window view. Not even a little bit. Whoops. Okay, I guess talk. Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct. She was my secretariat. She was the fastest horse.
I was gonna say, what?
She was played by BoJack Horseman in the movie. Everyone's like, what the heck does that mean?
Deep cut.
What a shock it was to hear what she has done.
Deep cut for all you BoJack Horseman fans out there.
BoJack Todd's among us.
Tot. What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not part of her job description.
Dude, you know what I just thought of? Imagine a conversation between, like, Patrick Warburton and a Mike guy.
No, I mean...
Yeah.
Okay, no, sorry, I was thinking Red, White, and Mike guy, that'd be really annoying, but no.
No, that would be annoying. I mean, actual Patrick Warburton.
Now I was just imagining, like, Patrick Warburton, like, applying for the part of Mike guy.
I would watch
that.
that. I would absolutely...
What's it called? Audition reel?
I would absolutely watch that.
I can hear it at my brain.
Hey, Kakashi! Can I borrow your egg beater?
Of course, you go with that line. Can I borrow your egg beater?
Leaf Hurricane!
I read... Stop! The word leaf hurricane can mean many things.
Oh damn, now you're going the fucking Lemony Snicket route?
The term genjutsu can mean many things.
This has got too deep! There's too many layers! There's too many references in this bit! No one knows what's happening.
Just editor, put in a picture of Kronk with holding his license, but it's like the license to make Patrick Warburton memes. Alright, next please. I read the line.
Sorry.
She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods.
Sure.
It is inevitable that she would do this. I don't think that's...
Anyone else immediately think of The Good Place when he says that?
Ineffable?
Ineffable, wasn't that the word? The ineffable plan or something like that? Every time someone referred to God's almighty plan or whatever, they'd be like, the ineffable plan or whatever. No, not Good Place, not Good Place. Ah, fuck, what is it? Good Omens! That's the one.
I was gonna say Good Place and, no.
Yeah, no, the one with the angel and the demon is played by David Tennant.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it was that one, wasn't it?
That makes sense.
The
I haven't seen that
ineffable
much
plan.
of Good Omens, but... Dude, what if you cross over Good Omens and The Good Place?
That... You know, I feel like you could make that work somehow. I feel like Good Place is something that would take place after the Good Omens timeline, you know? Because, like, keep in mind that the Good Place storyline stretches out across millions of years, like, in real time.
Well, theoretically, well, that's the thing that really, like, will trunkle your brain if you think about it too much, is that, like, the realm of the Good Place is both in the far future and is outside of time, and is basically happening concurrently with the present day. which
And
is
you can
why,
just fucking
like,
time travel.
yeah. So like, and you can time travel. It's basically like don't even worry about it. It's like a dreamscape, really.
I love when the judge goes to Earth to see what being a human is like, and she comes back and she's
like,
just like,
apparently,
"Oh my god! Apparently, there's a sandwich, and if you eat it, it means you hate gay people, but it's so good."
No. Oh, I was thinking of a different one. I love that actress, by the way. But like, she's like, so I went down to Earth. Apparently, I'm black, and that's like some people don't like that.
So people don't like that? That's weird. There was some states that I were in where people were just super racist for like no reason. The cops are awful.
Can you imagine if they made Good Place in like 20? I don't know when they wrapped up like filming or whatever. Could you imagine how much more she'd like material she'd be be able?
Oh
to
yeah,
talk
like
about?
especially with what's going on
pandemic
now
for,
with
like, 2 years.
for 2 years, especially now with what's going on with like Roe versus Wade and the people wanting to revoke interracial marriage and gay marriage. Man, this country fucking sucks.
Oh man.
Go.
I feel like to use the those like obscure presidential rules to be like, oh hey, I'm putting like 5 more court justices because I can appoint justices, so I'm putting like 5 more people in the Supreme Court that are like way more, I don't know, aware of like people and their rights.
You know what else?
That way, every time something goes to court, they're just the old ones are overruled, and when they get grumpy about it, you can be like, well, you can just resign. You can
Oh man,
do that.
that'd be so good. Now, you know what else we could do? We could maybe update the fucking Constitution that's supposed to be updated every 20 years and hasn't been updated in like 100. We could maybe take care of that.
I feel like the simplest way to the simplest and like least like spicy way of describing like what's like us wrong with the Constitution is that it took till like what was it, the 13th Amendment for us to be like, oh, it's illegal to own people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that shouldn't have taken so long to figure out.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway.
Looking at me like, hey, it's 9 o'clock. Let's try to wrap this up in the next like 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, but we also started late, so we're going a little later too.
We also started late, but I want to wrap it up by like 9:10. Okay.
Okay, fine. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? Oh, this is one of my favorite lines. Hold on. One of my favorite lines. Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
You know...
That was, I don't know whose motto that was, but that's... I was gonna say, is that Cheap? No, Cheap's motto was like, life is good. No, that was a Jeep decoration guy.
Is it Bob Marley? It sounds like something Bob Marley might say.
I'm gonna look that up. You keep going.
Okay. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. I would be like, bro, you can plead the fifth all the way to court. Well,
right?
If I'm the only one, I'll take you to court. I will. No, I looked it up. Don't Worry, Be Happy, originally by 1988, Bobby McFerrin. Released it as the first single of his 4th album, Simple Pleasures, in 1988. It was the first a cappella song to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
Neat.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Your line.
If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Well, that's
What?
what I said. That's what I'm saying. like the Fortnite Battle Pass. That's what I'm saying, never says everybody in the chat. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. I'm very slippery. I'm covered in legal oil.
I'm sorry, I still can't get over the fact that he's just wearing a fucking... What is this, like a sapphire? This fucking jewel on his collar.
It does look like just a big jewel.
That looks like just a bit too much, you know? It's like you were already pushing it with all of this, but then you threw that on.
Is Red White of Blue Corp a gem? That's where his whole body is formed from that thing. I said this on a call with you earlier this week, but I wanted to say it on stream. I was thinking about how you can tell what a gem is, not just by its like color, but also like its refraction and I guess other details.
Oh yeah.
Geologists. And I was thinking like if Steven Universe had ever gone to like someone that like a geologist at like a gem and mineral show or like a jeweler, even just like casually, he would have been like, hey, I've got this, my mom was named Rose Quartz and she also was a Rose Quartz, maybe you could like take a look at it, maybe it's medical related. And they're like, all right, and they take their little loop that this with the little magnifying glass is, they're like, yeah, this is a pink diamond. It's the refraction is way different than quartz. This is a pink diamond. And he's like, no, that
can't be true.
Possible. And he like looks up and Pearl's just like about to like explode because she basically has like a magic spell where she can't say it.
You know, as much as I love that concept, you would have to think about like what would prompt Steven to go to a jeweler for that in the first place.
I like to
like how would you even start that story?
This sounds like the most insane thing that a person could do, considering like in 2020 in real time, but I could imagine Steven going to a gem and mineral show just to see if any of the gems are alive and if he can repair them by smooching them.
You know, I could see that.
Which would be very cool on a plot level, but also just about the worst thing that you could teach kids to do in modern times is to go to the gem and mineral show.
Go to the gem and mineral show. Just a bunch of strange rocks we found in the ground.
The ones that dozens of people have touched with their unwashed hands.
Oh my god.
May as well be licking doorknobs to heal buildings.
No. Awful. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Fucking troll.
The police, the courts, the poison for Cusco.
The poison chosen special.
Mere toys, playthings for my amusement. I hope you don't have a pen in your pocket that also has a little recorder in it or something.
Yeah, like you were saying some incriminating shit right now, my dude.
Hopefully this place isn't also across the street from Gatewater Hotel.
Right? What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway?
Facebook. It's just Facebook. An excellent question. They probably have like a browser that people use. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. This is interesting because like this sort of company does exist, but like we understand it a lot more in like 2020, like the 2020 or 2020s like decade, whereas this game came out in like the 2000s, I think.
Right. Sell information.
In just 10 years, I've built this business up to the grand office you see now. Yeah, oh man, guaranteed this guy, if he had a kid, would be a YouTuber.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because his kid would get into the internet stuff right when he was getting into information gathering.
Yeah, for sure.
In case you were wondering, Blue Core was named after the color blue. Did you know that in Phoenix Wright, the Blue Corp is named after the color blue?
Blue Corporation is named after the color blue.
I, Red White of Blue Corp, as the founder and CEO, named it so.
And
He
oh,
talks like he talks as if like he's paid by the word. You know, like one of those like essays where he's like, I named it this, and I, the person who owns the business, named it that way.
I like to imagine that the reason Big Boss didn't say like fuck all and Phantom Pain was because Kiefer Sutherland was also paid by the word and it was just too expensive.
It's too expensive.
Like seriously, say anything, please. React to Miller, who's probably lost his sight. I'm pretty sure it's blind.
I need to put that
Have
in
some kind of a reaction.
I want to put that in my list of like things I want to put in a movie. Which are, it's funny, there's a lot of things I want to put in video games and movies are just like, usually like out of spite or a sort of like ironic twist. You know, like the YouTuber thing. It's like, what if the YouTuber turns out to be like important to the plot instead of like a one-off, that sort of thing. But like, I would love to have it where like just a random side character with no lines, like he speaks entirely. Like you see him and then like he's like only like typing or whatever. A side character with no lines is Robert Downey Jr. and it's in none of the ads, none of the promotional material. He's technically on the like cast list, but it's like in really tiny font with the other like smaller stuff.
Just sneak Robert Downey Jr. into the background.
Yeah, that would be so funny. I want to sneak a little Robert Downey Jr. in there.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what it was. Read your line. Oh.
And why do you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course, yeah. He says, with using only blue as accents. Fantabulistic, is it not? You don't have a lot of blue in your place, though. You have, that statue is more greenish, like aquamarine.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. I mean, I assume it is. I don't fucking know colors. There's something... I'm agreeing with you. I'm smiling and nodding. I'm basically Naruto with the ninja info cards when he's like, I don't know what's going on right now, but I'll pretend like I do.
It's just that group of guys at the mall next to Blue Regard Q Kazoo who are arguing over what color he is. Editor, put in a screenshot, but like sideways, so we don't get copyright strike of... the guys arguing over Blue Regard Q Kazoo over what color he is.
This dude has...
I went to art school. He's aquamarine.
No, he's obviously... I don't know, fucking... what's
He's
one?
more of a cobalt-y blue.
More of a cobalt, that's what I was gonna say. Cerulean? I think he's cerulean.
Yeah, the dots on Red White's tie are about the same blue as blue.
Yeah.
As Blue Regard.
Yeah. He has like 4 rings. One on each finger.
Yeah, he has a ring on each finger.
He's got a lot of bling. There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes, and what might that be?
Well, just your everything? Like, why do you exist, my dude?
Much, why is there so little of it?
Why is blue corporate and in red?
And then it just like pans out to the establishing shot, and like the whole building is painted blue on the outside.
That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before.
No. I'm gonna say when did you? No. Oh, I was suggesting when did you get it?
When did you get it? All right. Say, when did you get that painting?
Ooh, what if there was like a Phoenix Wright style game, but it also had like some like Call of Cthulhu stuff where you had to figure out like if someone was lying about their alibi because they were like replaced by an alien or like got infected by a John Carpenter's The Thing or whatever.
I feel like there's just a nightmare of legal shit going on in comic books with all of the clones and interdimensional replicas that exist,
we're actually gonna get, we're getting She-Hulk, like, rather soon.
We're getting She-Hulk?!
Yes!
Oh, I need to catch up with my Marvel shit so I can see that.
I would love to watch some of that with you. But yeah, we're getting She-Hulk soon. I'm very excited for it. I do hope that we get a nice blend of, like She-Hulk just like hanging out and doing cool stuff, and like character work. She-Hulk occasionally having to do hero stuff because she's realizing how powerful she is, because with great power and so on. And then the other third is She-Hulk as a legal thriller. I really want there to be moments where, like, I really want there to be like a legal thriller aspect where she's like, aha, well, does this law cover this? You know, it's like my client was not violating the Sokovia Accords because they did not have superpowers until like X amount of time or whatever. This does not give them enough time between the time they had their powers and the time of the arrest that they could have signed up for it. Therefore,
Man, you gotta think that She-Hulk and Matt Murdock both must be, like, just fucking busy constantly.
Well, that's... Okay,
like,
so
respectively.
That's good news. More good news. GLHK, because the whole title is very, very long, or GLH and K, I guess. The legal firm that she works for in the comics is in the show. It's in, like, the background, but that's the office she works at. It's the firm she works at.
Sweet.
And yes, they do specialize in meta-human crimes, basically. My guess, in the trailer, it's established that her first client, or at least possibly one of her first clients, is going to be Blonsky, the Abomination, who basically we haven't seen since we first saw in Incredible Hulk, which everyone probably forgot was half canon because it had a different actor for the Hulk in it.
Yep.
But it's funny because here's the thing though, they got the original actor from that movie, and I'm like, oh, it's him, and so I'm like, there's something really funny about that in a cosmic sense. That like, it's from like an alternate timeline where everything was the same but the actor was different. Because like Thunderbolt Ross showed up in like I think like an end credits sequence or something next to Iron Man, which means that actor is canon. Everything was canon except for the guy playing the Hulk. Very funny.
That is pretty fucking funny.
She's defending that, and she's like, "Excuse me, isn't this a conflict of interest? I mean, he kind of tried to kill my cousin," and they're like, "Nope, here you go. Here's your case." So, and let's just say that it's the fact that Matt Murdock. I mean, you saw Spider-Man: No Way Home, so you know that Matt Murdock is
a very good lawyer.
Back. He's a very good lawyer. You know, they didn't even use special effects for that scene. Someone just threw a brick at him and he caught it because he's actually just a really good actor.
Are you serious? That's awesome!
No, I made that up, but it's way funnier.
Oh, well, god damn it. Don't fucking Mandela affect me with your Heath Ledger bullshit, man. Oh, he totally played with the remote to make it look like because there was a problem with the explosion. No, he didn't.
I love that concept though, that like they use the wrong prop and they use a real brick and just someone chucks it through the window and he catches it. He's like, and what's his name? Sorry, Tom Holland's like, how'd you do that? And he's like, I'm a really good actor.
I'm a really good actor.
I keep forgetting the name, but it's so funny that Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk are in the MCU, but one of them got in from a Spider-Man movie, and one of them got in from the Hawkeye TV show.
Yeah.
So, neither of them have like interacted or know each other, like still exist or whatever. It's kind of funky, but yeah. Given that, like, they didn't outright say it, but the fact that there is a jumpy, flippy guy doing somersaults over cars and has eskrima sticks, and we don't see him from like the chest up, I'm pretty sure they're gonna Disney is like, yeah, it's probably Daredevil, and if it's not, then it's someone who wants to be Daredevil.
Right.
Which technically in the Daredevil show we already had, so
I have not.
It's possible.
I have not
there
seen
could
the
be other Daredevilies.
That would be cool. I have not seen the Hawkeye TV show yet. The only show I've seen currently is WandaVision, which is good because it made the new Doctor Strange movie make more sense for me because I had that background. When he showed up to Scarlet Witch and was like, "Oh, Scarlet Witch," and she was like, "Oh yeah, I know what happened here."
I like the thing that's like Scarlet Witch is like, oh, I changed reality and I'm a villain. You change reality and It was just like a
Yeah,
weekend.
he totally bats for her. He's like defending her, like, look, man, you fixed it, you're good, you're fine.
Like, I love the meme screenshot where she says that, and it's Doctor Strange. He goes, "I didn't watch your show. I'm sorry.
I didn't.
I didn't watch your miniseries. I'm sorry."
Dude, honestly, I could believe that he just wasn't paying attention to that like thing of events that was unfolding as it was going on, because he was probably preoccupied with something else.
In phase 2 and 3, the shows weren't canon to the MCU. Like, all of it was just happening in its own universe. And when we got the Defenders, we established that a bunch of them were happening canon to each other, but not to Marvel. Now, all the Marvel shows, like, it's especially obvious with, I don't know, WandaVision, where you literally have that actress playing that character in universe, yada yada yada. In phase 4, we have all of these shows that are canon with the Marvel universe, but like no one shows up outside of that like show. So it feels like that gag where Deadpool like leans his head into the Xavier mansion and is like, "Where is everybody?"
And it's just like the door opens and Beast like slowly shuts it, like nope.
Yeah, that's such a good gag. That's what it feels like though, where it's like, oh, I'm guessing Hulk was just so busy training She-Hulk that he didn't call any of his friends to figure out what they were up to. Like, it's not like anyone's going through trauma or anything. I'm thinking, hold on, so Disney really gonna look me in the eyes with a straight face and say, this is a Bruce Banner who made peace with Hulk, who is both like his biggest fear and created by a combination of gamma radiation and trauma. You gonna tell me that this guy also like and like at the end of the day Bruce Banner is a pretty nice guy? You tell me that at the end of the day when this guy made peace with that, he didn't like call up his friends and see if they were dealing with anything? That would have been such a funny twist if Doctor Strange was like, "Hey, I brought a friend who knows a bit about dealing with personal trauma." It's just like, "Hi, it's me, Smart Hulk."
That was pretty great. Smart Hulk was a lot of fun.
It's funny because it's like, oh man, we're not gonna get Smart Hulk until She-Hulk, and I used to be worried that there's gonna be too much Smart Hulk like taking up the screen. And then I've seen the trailer, I'm like, I'm glad he's getting some business though. I felt like we didn't get enough time with him because Infinity War and Endgame just had too many characters. Once you start going, hey, look at the background. There's the duck. I'm like, bro, slow down. You gotta narrow the scope of these, or you won't see anything. You're gonna see a forest instead of trees. Anywho, sorry I got off track, but man, we gotta save it or something because I gotta wrap things up.
Well, we gotta fucking finish this dialogue, man.
No idea. I forgot.
I've seen that painting.
This man.
What's that?
Very forgetful, this man.
Yeah, that's quite a forgetful brain you got there. I've seen that painting before. Yesterday, in fact. Why do I find that painting here today?
I stole it. Mr. Wrong Listen. Oh, also, I love seeing those meme pictures where Marvel did like one of those announcements where they say what they're going to be doing for the next like 5 years or whatever. You know, the big like horizontal line with all the years on it. Right. But like people would make photoshops, so it says like Marvel Studios presents Morbius and Wong. Just like very funny. Also, I think Wong was in was going to be in She-Hulk, and I'm like, I really hope that he gets more screen time. I love Wong, and
he's the Sorcerer Supreme, right?
Yeah, and every time I complain every time I've complained about Doctor Strange, my older brother goes, yeah, but like you're not. Is it Doctor Strange wasn't the Sorcerer Supreme? Wong was, and I'm thinking, well, in that case, that every time Doctor Strange does something like crazy that messes up the world, now I have to be mad at Wong instead of being like, oh, we have to stop the Sorcerer Supreme. I have to be like, oh, in this situation, Wong should have been like, as the Sorcerer Supreme, I need to reel in you using these super powerful magics in irresponsible ways.
Right? I love that Ned can do magic now.
He's got magic hands.
Yeah, when like what was it? Tom Holland pops in and Ned's just like, I can open up a portal. I can do magic now, and like the other characters are like, yeah, it's true. He makes portals now.
Look, if I get superpowers, I promise I'm not gonna like turn evil and try to kill you. Thanks.
When he's like talking to Tobey Maguire, do you have a best friend? Did. He tried to kill me, and then he died in my arms. It was heartbreaking, and that's just like, I'm so uncomfortable with this conversation.
Spider-Man, like, look, if we ever tour as a band and you hurt your back on stage during a halftime show, I'm not gonna ghost you for a year while touring as our band, but without you there.
I'm not just gonna keep shuffling, bro.
Don't keep shuffling without me. That's a deep cut for you lore, LMFAO lore fans.
Oh my god.
Right? Please. I'm sorry we got so late.
Read the line.
Not fully. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. I ask again, who are you?
Huh? A lawyer.
You're a buff baby that dances like a man. Oh, no. No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. You're a lawyer for meerkats.
Meerkats.
Worth nothing. Dilch. Dippo. Nada. The word lawyer can mean many things. It's like that sorry excuse for an attorney Grody Burger. Hey, he's supposed to be a really good lawyer. He's got a nice desk. That's how you know he's good.
Yeah, it's made of mahogany from the dangerous planet of Malco US 7.
It's not as expensive. It's from Malchior 3.
What?
Yeah, oh right, yeah, he just like pulls a Wilson.
Oh yeah,
just like beats you up.
Just pulls a Will Smith.
Not the reference I was going for.
Oh, what reference were you going for?
Wilson Fisk, where at some point Wilson Fisk just like, oh wow, yeah, you really got me, and then just like kicks his butt, and it's like, nah, you don't. Okay, I'm leaving now. I think it was they're like, he was in like a prison cell interview thing, and Matt's like, I got you, and he's like, nah, and then he like fights him. And it's like, cause all the guards here and all the people and stuff they're already behind me. There's already a glitch in the security camera, and it's like, it was this big moment where he's like, he was pulling a lot of strings.
Right.
It was a learning experience because it's then that that like sort of Daredevil realizes, oh, okay, I gotta make sure that there's so many so many elements between me and him. Because
man, dude, Taylor, it has been forever since I watched Daredevil on Netflix. I don't remember any of what you're talking about.
You know what's funny? I thought I had seen all the Marvel shows, and then I learned that there was like a third and final season of Daredevil. Well, they're gonna make another season recently, which is pretty cool. I think he deserves it. It's a good actor.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I learned that I had missed the entire third season, and it's like, okay, I had missed extra seasons of like a lot of shows because I had heard that they weren't very good. But like, Daredevil was really good. I somehow just completely blanked.
Yeah, that's.
It was like was it Assassin's Creed Rogue, where I'm like, wait, this exists? I didn't know.
This was a thing that existed.
He punched me.
He punched me. Okay, so he should be immediately going to jail. Like, you assaulted a lawyer, my dude.
Yeah, all you do, huh? Charge me with assault?
Yeah.
Anyway, I welcome it. Or as you will be found guilty. Well, okay, I can believe that part, but only because that's a possibility in how legal proceedings work in this setting. That you could charge someone with something and they can be like, nah, actually, you're guilty.
Honestly, man, we live in a world where I could actually see it going down like this.
What?
What? Yo, what? Yo, what, mate?
Heed my exposition. Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
Doctor, I'm allergic to exposition.
What's his name? Donofrio, whatever the guy who did the Wilson Fisk. I loved that he did all of his lines at what I described as a loud whisper. And I like that affectation. I like that affectation specifically because he's a guy who's always speaks with like whispers with people in person who then do his bidding. So he's never learned to really speak at a normal volume. He's always been in the background.
It's just his default voice now.
Yeah, so he always talks as if he's
Matt Murdock
in an Italian restaurant late at night telling someone a secret, but they haven't closed yet.
Hey, Sly Cooper. There's, I don't know why he'd be talking to Sly Cooper.
Oh man, just if we could have guest stars, I would have Donofrio guy show up and do the voice of Red White. Red White is blue. Red White of Blue Corp with the voice of Wilson Fisk.
But okay, combine Wilson's voice with the speech pattern of Patrick Warburton, though.
Okay, I can try, but so you say.
So you say. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation.
Compensation can mean many things.
It's beyond your pay grade.
It's beyond your pay grade.
A world beyond your compensation. Keep in mind, I'm doing an impression that I've never done, but that I haven't done in the same amount of years it's been since the show came out.
Compensation can mean many things.
You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Yo, that's who that is. Okay, I don't.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now. I can't do a Wilson Fisk voice saying the word skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss.
You know, that was actually a pretty good voice.
Yeah, I like the voice you use because it's a loud whisper where you focus more on enunciation. The trick to, I think, that Wilson Fisk voice is it's relatively quiet, so you really got to lean in on the mic, and you have to speak with a whisper, but you speak from the gut. It comes from like a sort of utmost confidence, and that you are with your whisper, you are like just projecting your will upon the world.
Projecting your will, son.
Shelton.
Project your giant Wilson into the world.
Yes. Okay.
Well, Will Smith, yes, Will Smith, Will Smith. Will Wilson sin? This Wilson will most definitely sin.
Just Will Smith at like a blacksmith thing with like a hammer. Will Smith? Will Smith? So thank you so much for thank you so much for watching our episode and hopefully enjoying our ramblings, which will be amusingly out of date when someone watches this like a year later and they're like, oh right, this is back when like She-Hulk was like a new thing.
Oh yeah.
I've been Taylor, that's been Lou Jack. I have been doing lots of voices. He's been reading Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, among others. And I'm reminding you to take care.
Stay awesome.
Make sure that you speak in whispers if you're sending your goons.
And do not forget to pause properly for after every word.
And
do not.
I'm reminding you to remember that this city beat you. That I
beat you.
Editor, put that in. No volume, just the clip, and like really small until to the side. Thank you, and bye.
Bye. Oh, where the fuck is OBS at?